BBC Essex, 17 minutes past 7, which means we are just a few hours away from the big cricket game of the season. Yes, forget the Ashes, forget the 100, forget the T20. That big match happens today in Chelmsford, another annual Interfaith cricket match. Let's find out more now with Sidra Naeem, who is a Deputy Lord Lieutenant of Essex and one of the key people involved in bringing this big cricket match together. Morning to you, Sidra.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us on BBC Essex this morning. So it is a big match, just hours to go. Just remind us exactly what's going to happen today.
So there is an interfaith cricket match between Chelmsford Cathedral, the Muslim Society, the Chelmsford Muslim Society and the Hindu Society, all in Chelmsford at 1 o'clock is the kickoff, and it's Broomfield Cricket Club.
So we've got 3 teams, Sidra, but usually it's just 2 on a field at a time. So how is the tournament going to play out?
So what we're going to do is there's going to be 3 qualifying matches before we have the final match between 2 teams. So the very first qualifying match is between the Muslims and the Hindus. Then we're going to have the Christians and the Hindus. Then we're going to have the Muslims and the Christians. And then it's the 2 winners out of those 3 games that play then in the final grand finale match.
And what's at stake other than pride, Sidra? What are they playing for?
I think what we're playing for is unity, really, community cohesion, peace and harmony. So it's a fun match, but it's to get to know about each other. It's to play peacefully together, and also understand each other's culture, which we do through the food and the socialising at the end.
So that's an important part of it as well. So once we've got through these 4 very exciting matches, what happens then?
After that, we have an awards ceremony, which is really, really fun, where everybody who participated gets a medal and certificates and trophy for the captains. And then we have speeches from dignitaries. And then we always, the winning team always cuts the cake at the end with food.
So there's a cake?
There is a cake, yes. I'm bringing the cake. And the winning team with the captain will cut the cake.
What is the motivation? Because we've mentioned, I mean, it's not the first time we've had an interfaith cricket match here in Essex, but what is the kind of the guiding light behind it all?
So first of all, it was actually 2015 was our first one.
Oh my
so
goodness.
Can you believe we've been continuing since then? The motivation is just everything about the match. There's so much excitement there, and we get 3 communities attending. And it's just so nice. So, the cathedral comes, and then the Hindu Society comes, and the Chelmsford Muslim community come, and everybody bonds together. We all have a good time, and all through sport and food. Sport and food unifies all communities. And this match unites all the 3 different faiths. So it's really good for the community to do this.
And how's it helped the different communities that come together? Because as you mentioned, it's 8 years now since the first interfaith cricket match. What's it done for those communities and how they work together?
I think it's just helped in, uniting everybody and knowing about each other, contacts. We all make friends while we're on the pitch. We talk to everybody who comes. It makes good contacts within the community. And we help each other then afterwards throughout the year. And we know who to go to if we need anything. It's just such a useful contact between all the 3 faiths. And at the same time, we are providing community cohesion and peace and harmony, which is really the main aim of the game in the first place.
Has it grown since it first started? Because as you mentioned, 2015 was the first time, and obviously people were probably a bit more, quizzical about it then, thinking what's going to happen. Obviously it's become a bit of an established fixture now. How's it changed and grown in those years?
It's definitely grown, because at the beginning we only had Chelmsford Cathedral playing against the mosque, and that was it. But since then we've had the Hindu Society who have joined us, which have added to the numbers greatly. And I think every year we get better. We learn from the year before and we get better and better and better. This year we've got a professional videographer coming in to take a professional video, for example. The newspapers are more involved because they know this is a really big thing. You know, in the past, we've had BBC coming and filming us as well. So it's got bigger and better every year.
And are you hoping to increase the number of teams as part of the kind of the interfaith outreach?
Yes, we've already got the Sikh community interested in Chelmsford. And as soon as they've got enough players, then hopefully they may be able to join us as well.
Now, are there any tactics going on, Sidra? Because obviously the three teams involved, they've played each other before. They've been working up to this for a number of months. Who's favourite to win?
Do you know, I think every year it's complete potluck on who wins. It really is. So last year, the Cathedral did really well. For the last 2 years, Chelmsford Cathedral has been doing really, really well. Whereas in the past, before that, they were always on the sort of runners-up end. So they surprised us for the past 2 years. The Hindu Society lost the first year, but last year they won, and they had really strong players. This year, it's going to be complete potluck because every single player is a really good cricketer, all of them playing league games from all three teams. So let's see what happens.
Well, we will, and we've not got long to wait to find out. So remind us where it's taking place and when it all begins.
So it starts at 1 o'clock today at Broomfield Cricket Club, Mill Lane, Broomfield, Chelmsford, CM1 7BQ. And there is car parking there and there's food afterwards for everybody. And that's part of the mingling process, is everybody all sitting together and having a good hot buffet meal together, all from different countries.
And do you have to pay on the door, Sidra?
No, completely free event.
Complete
free event.
And I've just had a quick peek under the blind. Weather looks okay. We should be all right. If it rains?
If it rains, I've got a plan B. I've got a cricket quiz planned.
Oh, wonderful.
So everything will continue as usual. I've got a really good interactive cricket quiz, which everybody can play. And then the ceremony, the award ceremony, will take place as normal. Whoever wins, the winning team, they'll still get their medals and certificates. And we will still have the cake cutting ceremony with the winning team at the end as well. Everything will go ahead.
No rain in the world that can stop a cake.
No.
Well, I hope everything goes really well. It's lovely to speak to you. That's Sidra Naeem, who has been instrumental in organising this triad cricket match, the annual Interfaith cricket match. So let me just remind you, it all starts at 1 o'clock this afternoon in the city of Chelmsford. The location, Broomfield Cricket Club, which is on Mill Lane. Turn up from 1 o'clock, free to get in. 4 great cricket matches promised, and then food, a chance to chat, and of course cake afterwards.